So 2025 has begun, and we could expect Ken Carson's upcoming album More Chaos to be releasing early 2025. We just got some new information that could back that theory, alongside a potential release of More Chaos very soon. All right, let's get into it. So if you guys didn't see the last video, we did just a pretty basic overview on the details we know regarding More Chaos, and it was really only these two slides, right? It was this Pitchfork article that they did on Ken's tour back in the summer. This came out, I believe, like September, October-ish. It said at the beginning of next year he releases highly anticipated fourth album, More Chaos, right? Beginning of next year. Then Michi88, Ken's manager, put on his story early into 2025. He said, new album on the way, hashtag More Chaos. So this was really all the information we had pointing towards an early 2025 release. Pitchfork article, Pitchfork is pretty much one of the most legit sources out there. They said at the beginning of next year. Then Ken's manager said new album on the way. So we're like, okay, More Chaos season might be slowly approaching. And that seems to be the case, as now if we go to Ken's Instagram right here, this is Ken's IG, he followed what seems to be every producer who does have a credit on More Chaos, right? He's following 9 prods, and it's pretty much the basic, you know, regular prods on every single Ken Carson album. You got Out of Town, Nick Spiders, Lucian, Starboy Sky, Legion, Wake Up Filthy, XYZ, right? So it's the pretty basic regular prods you can expect on every single Ken album. And if Ken is following his producers, that only means one thing. Well, it's not gonna mean one thing, but highly speculated that the album should be finished at this point, right? If he's following every single producer, it's got to mean that, you know, they have a credit, they have work ready to go, ready to launch on More Chaos, right? And then if y'all didn't know, Ken and Starboy got cool again, because I don't know if they're beefing, XYZ, I don't really know what happened, but if y'all remember Lone, when Love Lasts Forever was trying to drop the deluxe, Lone was trying to drop a highly anticipated snippet for the fans, and he needed Starboy to clear the beat because he made the beat. Starboy never cleared the beat, and he said he's stepping away from music and, you know, the negative aspect that comes with it, and is following a different type of path. So we're like, okay, is Ken and Starboy cooked? Is Starboy ever gonna have a credit that does come out following this situation? Because it was pretty messy with him and Lone, right? But it seems that Starboy should be on More Chaos, because him and Ken seem to have gotten cool. He posted this alongside, I believe he posted a snippet that said like Vamp Blood, something in regards to blood. So we're like, okay, Ken and Starboy are cool. Ken just followed Starboy. Starboy, Ken, Out of Town, in my opinion, those are his two best producers, are back and ready to go for More Chaos. And if he is following all his prods, every single person on this list should have a producer credit on More Chaos. So I'm thinking the album might be done at this point. And then if y'all didn't see, highly anticipated Grail, my Grail right here, Chrome Hearts Land, some kid just posted like, chat, we finally getting this now, and Ken actually reposted it. Ken reposted, he said reposted XYZ. Ken reposted this, and it is prod Starboy. So we're like, okay, back then I was like, yo, this song's cooked. Chrome Hearts Lens, give it up. The Chrome Hearts Lens agenda is over. It seems like Starboy, Ken, Opium, that whole thing's kind of over. Give it up. It's never dropping. But Ken reposted this, followed back Starboy. They're back cool. Chrome Hearts Lens hopefully might be on More Chaos. This is gonna be nuts. Yo, this about to be crazy, because in my opinion, I think Sydney Sweeney should have easily transitioned into Chrome Hearts Lens. I don't know about that second half of Sydney Sweeney. It's pretty mid in my opinion, but this is a huge sign in terms of More Chaos. Hopefully Chrome Hearts Lens makes the album, which I definitely do think it would fit the soundscape of the album, because from what Ken has been previewing alongside the deluxe, I'm thinking Ken might take the route of like a No Stylist, where Ken does like half turn, half narcotics, delusional Chrome Hearts Lens type song, and then maybe the second half of More Chaos might fit more so the AGC deluxe type sound. So we get Chrome Hearts Lens, you know, crazy turn, high energy concert mosh pit. I call it like AGC on steroids. And then we get this AGC deluxe type sound with like More Chaos, Leather Jacket, Overseas, you know, Green Room, I Need You type songs. I feel like that would be perfect and kind of gives, you know, a song for every type of Ken Carson fan, because we got a song like Overseas and I Need You that went stupid, and then you go to like a Fighting My Demons or Jennifer's Body or like a Lose It that all have gone crazy. So Ken has two different sounds that he could really put out with More Chaos. And then if we see like all the news snippets Ken Carson has been previewing, it's been those two sounds, right? Because during the weekend he previewed this new sound, and this kind of gives like mansion music low type beat, high energy, like narcotics, that type sound. And then the second one, right, it sounds like the AGC deluxe type sound. So I do think Ken is gonna deliver the album in that format, and I think it's gonna hit so crazy. Also, somebody said I'm not moved until I see Cliff Shane, because Ken isn't actually followed Cliff Shane, right? I said it's usually the regulars, but Cliff Shane is missing. Cliff Shane, Starboy, Out of Town, in my opinion, that's like his big three of prods, and he's not following Cliff Shane. So I hope Cliff Shane does have a credit, because I think he could cook crazy beats, especially like the AGC deluxe type sound. That is his lane. And that's basically everything we know regarding Ken Carson's More Chaos album, right? He followed all of his producers. Seems to be maybe the album's finished. Maybe say more songs do get cleared, Ken updates the following list with more and more prods. Then we got Ken and Starboy back cool. You know they're gonna cook up something crazy. Chrome Hearts Lens seem to be possibly dropping on More Chaos. Huge community grail, actually my biggest grail, as Ken reposted this right here. And then from all of the recent snippets, it looks like Ken has two different bags in regarding More Chaos: the AGC deluxe type sound alongside the crazy AGC on crack type sound. More Chaos is looking very, very good. Ken Carson's manager said new album on the way, and obviously we could expect the album dropping early 2025. When is early 2025? I don't really know, but it does seem like Ken Carson is getting ready and gearing up to be in album mode. Let's see how these next couple weeks pan out, and I'm ready, bro. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be Ken's biggest album ever. I want a crazy, you know, dope rollout from Ken. Hopefully it's pretty interactive. Like, I think the Elixir Kill rollout was the best rollout from an opium artist besides Cardi. That Elixir Kill rollout was super dope. I don't know, I just hope Ken really cooks on this rollout, which I think he can, just to drive the hype even bigger. Maybe get some new heads who would potentially never listen to a Ken album be interested from this rollout, see the anticipation, see the hype from the fans. They're like, yo, let me check out this Ken Carson album. I do think he's selling 100K too. I think he's gonna clear 100K, to be quite honest. But if we go back to AGC, he sold 49 on AGC. That's gonna be a 50K jump, but I think he could do it. I think he could sell 50K more sales from his last album. We seen what the Deluxe did. Deluxe sold like 27 or 17. Crazy. His tour, insane, especially if he does bundles. Easy 100K from Ken. Crazy to see Ken's progressions from like 2020, 2021 to where he is now. Like, I went to the Project X show in LA at Catch One, and that was maybe like 250 people, to now see Ken potentially selling 100K and him being a huge mainstream artist in 2025. Shout out Ken. He grinded for it, and I think Ken is the example of hard work beats talent, because if you really go back to Ken's old discography, he wasn't really the best at rapping. The songs weren't really that good, but you can tell Ken just grinded, was in the studio every day. Music keeps getting better, and shout out Ken, he worked for it. But if you guys like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's MONEYMAY, or is it? And I'm out. Thank you guys.